My name is Isabel Sandom.
I'm Emma Redman.
I'm Casey Reck.
And together with Dr. Lawrence Carino,
this is the likelihood ratios of hair using RGB color values and diameter.
Using likelihood ratios and objective measurement methods is a new way to look at hair evidence. Previous methods have been highly subjective and thus caused convictions that are later overturned. Like in the cases of Sante Tribble and Richard Baranek, both convicted of violent crimes, later overturned by DNA evidence after serving many years in prison.
Our objective was to develop a model that employs the use of mathematical probabilities of measurable and quantitative features of hair that could show the significance of hairs believed to be indistinguishable with microscopic hair comparison.
First, hairs were collected from lecture halls and other common areas on the Cedar Crest College campus using a trace evidence vacuum. Hairs were then separated from debris and then mounted on a slide using DPX mounting media. Each hair was photographed at a 200 times magnification using the Olympus microscope with the CellSense image software under standardized lighting conditions.
The photos were used to measure 3 separate diameters across the middle of each hair on the CellSense software. 5 locations of RGB values were taken 3 micrometers from the cortex of the hair. We calculated the mean and standard deviation of each hair.
Comparison bins were created using the mean value and standard deviation, creating a graph with lines for each the diameter, red, green, and blue color value. 4 unknown hairs were compared to the database and a random match probability was generated. A 95% upper bound confidence interval was determined from each of the hairs. The reciprocal was used to determine the likelihood ratio. So it's a probability that the hair is the defendant's over the probability that it is anyone else.
These were all determined while assuming that red, green, and blue color values are independent of each other.
Our 4 test hairs had the likelihood ratios of 336, 216, 164, and 106. The method was also tested using hairs with a known source, and the methods were able to identify the unknown hair to the correct source.
We are understanding that these results come with multiple limitations, including that the database is not a representative of all population hair types, and the database was not tested for normality. And animal hairs were removed, but frequently seen, especially since I have a service dog.
We would like to thank Dr. Lawrence Carino,
Brianna Gregory,
and President Elizabeth Mead. Thank you very much for watching. With questions, please contact emredman@cedarcrest.edu.